All right, so chat, tonight we're going to talk about another build that can be used against Inteleon, okay? And tonight we're going to talk about MAGNEZONE. And MAGNEZONE is one of those builds that is kind of a sleeper because MAGNEZONE really doesn't get the love that it deserves. But this build has the possibility to, like, honestly, be pretty devastating against Ice-type Inteleon. Okay, so let's talk about MAGNEZONE and how we're going to use this to take down Inteleon the Unrivaled. Let's get to it. All right, so if we're going to build MAGNEZONE, chat, we need to get ourselves a MAGNEZONE first. And you have, obviously, there's a couple ways that you can do this. Number one, if you have ever been over on this side of the map, over in this area over here, there are Magnemites and Magnetons over here like nobody's business. So this is one option to get yourself a Magnemite or Magneton and evolve it into MAGNEZONE, but there's also a static MAGNEZONE encounter on the map as well. And in order to find that, we need to go to the 0 gate. So we're going to travel there, and then we're going to get ourselves MAGNEZONE. All right, so now that we're at Area 0, we are going to head off, and we're going to grab ourselves Magneton. He hangs out around the outer edge of Area 0, out of the Great Crater of Paldea. So we're going to make our way around the crater, and I'll show you guys exactly on the map where you can find him as soon as we get to him. All right, we found ourselves MAGNEZONE. MAGNEZONE is honestly, he's pretty easy to find. He's right around the outside of the Great Crater of Paldea, and he's actually right over here by the Pokemon League. So you're going to find him flying around up here, and once you found him flying around up here, you're going to have to catch this guy. So this one could be interesting. One. There we go, crit capture, woo! And all we had to do was almost break the game. Nice, nice. All right, so now that we have ourselves Magneton, it is time to start getting this boy built. So let's talk about EVs and IVs real quick, chat. All right, now that you have yourself a MAGNEZONE, not a Magneton like I said before, you're gonna go to whatever town that you want to that has some sort of Chansey supply in it, so that way we can do some EV training. And if you've seen this before, you know that, chat, I'm going to Levencia North. So I'll see you there. All right, so once you've made it to your town of choice, first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that you have MAGNEZONE at the top of your party to make things easier on yourself, and then use whatever method possible to get this guy to level 100. If you catch the one that's by the Great Crater of Paldea, it's level 58 already. Just grab yourself some XP candies. Whatever you need to grab, use these. Make sure he's level 100, just like that. We don't care about movesets right now because we're going to talk about this in just a second, so go ahead and hit B on all of those. And after that's done, you can hop onto your ride Pokemon. We're going to head down to Chansey Supply and get ready to spend some money. And now that you're inside Chansey Supply, it's time to make a rather large purchase of some vitamins for our MAGNEZONE. So for this MAGNEZONE, we are going to dump everything into our special attack and special defense, much like we did with a couple of our other builds. So we're going to want to make sure that we buy ourselves 25 calcium if you do not have them already. I have 80, so I don't need to buy any of these. And you're also going to make sure that you buy yourself 25 zinc as well. And make sure that you have some clever and genius feathers sitting in your bag that you can use to top those guys off. Now with that, we're going to make sure that we buy a mint before we leave here. And we're actually going to use a mint that we don't use that much, which is a quiet mint. And this is plus special attack and minus speed. And this will make sense here in just a little bit, okay? So if you do not have a quiet mint, make sure that you get yourself one of these before you head out of here. Make yourself a purchase, spend a ton of money, and now let's hop outside and build this guy. All right, so now that we have everything that we need for our MAGNEZONE, let's put this guy together. So I have my MAGNEZONE built already, but let's talk about what you would do if he is not built. First thing you're going to do is come over to your other items. You're going to head down and you're going to give your MAGNEZONE a quiet mint to change its nature to a quiet nature. Okay? After that, you're going to come back up. You're going to drop 25 calcium on your MAGNEZONE and 25 zinc to get his special attack and special defense as close to max as you can. And then you're going to top everything off with 2 genius feathers and 2 clever feathers to put your MAGNEZONE at max special attack and max special defense. Now, once you've done that, you want to check out your MAGNEZONE. So right now, MAGNEZONE is electric and steel type, level 100. And our stats should look like this. Special attack, special defense, maxed, and our speed is down. Now, if we look at this, our ability right now is Magnet Pull, okay? We do not want that as our ability, so we're gonna head to our bag, and we are going to give him an ability Patch. because we want our ability to be analytic. Just like that. And once you have your ability as analytic, you're good to go. Your EVs are done. Your ability has been changed. It's time to go see our shady friend in the glasses for, you know, like the 20,000th time this week and do some IV training. So I'll see you there in a second. The ability analytic, chat, boosts the power of the Pokemon's move if it is the last to act that turn. This is why we gave this a quiet mint, okay? Special attack up, speed down. We want this Magnezone to be the slowest it can possibly be, all right? This is going to massively boost our attack power, and it's going to give us as much of an advantage as we can against Inteleon, all right? So that is the purpose of having Analytic as our ability, okay? Moving on. All right, so now that we're back up in Mountain Verna and we're going to see our favorite shady friend in the glasses for like the millionth time, let's talk about IV training. Now, my IVs are trained on my Magnezone already, so I obviously can't do this. But you're going to want to talk to this guy and use your bottle caps, and you're going to want to IV train everything except physical attack. Now, if your physical attack is already perfect, don't worry about it. Just IV train everything. We're just trying to save you some bottle caps as we go along. But once you have your IV training done, Magnezone is pretty well set and ready to go. Now it's time to talk about the moveset that this guy needs and how we're going to use this to take down Inteleon the Unrivaled. Alright, so the moveset for Magnezone looks a little something like this. Magnezone should have the moves Light Screen, Metal Sound, Flash Cannon, and Helping Hands in that order. Light Screen is going to be one of those. It's going to reduce the damage we take from Inteleon's special moves for 5 turns. Absolutely fantastic. Metal Sound's going to allow us to harshly drop Inteleon's special defense. Flash Cannon is our main attacking move that also has the chance to lower special defense. And then Helping Hand is going to be one of those that's going to be useful if we're doing this in online raids. And if you have to help somebody out, this is going to be a super useful move to have. But with that, that's Magnezone's moveset. And now it's time to look at this guy as an overview and make sure you know exactly what you're getting into. All right, and with that, here is Magnezone. Done, ready to go. Should look exactly like this. So you should have Magnezone, level 100, electric and steel type with a steel Tera type. Your held item for this guy is the Shell Bell, as it often is, making sure that we get back that HP as we deal damage to Inteleon, trying to make it so that we don't, you know, get KO'd as much as possible. EVs are split up with max EVs in special attack and special defense with a quiet nature, so special attack up and speed down, with like 4 to 6 EVs in our HP. Our ability is Analytic, moveset is Light Screen, Metal Sound, Flash Cannon, and Helping Hand. That's Magnezone. The way that you're going to use this one in raid is you're going to hop in. Turn 1 is you're going to use Light Screen to make sure that for the next 5 turns you take reduced special attack damage from Inteleon. That's going to be super important for this raid. Then we're going to knock out some Metal Sounds, try and drop his special defense as much as we can. Start rocking Flash Cannon until you can Terrastalize, and from there, everything else is pretty much self-explanatory. If you're doing this in an online raid, feel free to use Helping Hand to do massive damage by helping out other people. And if you're doing this solo, you could always replace Helping Hand with Sunny Day, just in case Inteleon has Rain Dance. But that's it. That's Magnezone, and this one is probably going to end up being the king of this raid. So, get out there, build yourself a Magnezone, get ready for Inteleon raids, and remember, as always, I believe in you guys. You got this. Now go get ready for Inteleon raids, and I'll see you later this week.